Today we're talking about how to play by tabs or notation versus playing by ear. This is very common that you are relying on one thing or another, but maybe we can even do both. So I'm going to give you my tips around this. He's going to give you his stories. And I even going to break it down a little bit how I am using back chaining as a technique for improving my learning from a piece of paper. Well, a lot of things to discuss in this episode. Here we go.
Hey there, music makers. I'm Hayes Griffin.
I'm Magnus Zetterlund.
And welcome to the Mandolin Secrets podcast, a show where we take a deeper look at what's happening in the world of mandolin secrets. Each episode will tackle our questions of the week, unpack the latest mandolin secrets lessons, and answer your questions about mandolin, guitar, and all things music. In this month's episode, we'll be discussing, do you mostly play by tab notation or by ear? And also, do you attend music camps? If so, which ones? And I believe Magnus has some special new lessons to share with us here, maybe related to classical music. Before we dive into any of that, though, be sure to head to mandolinsecrets.com/podcast to sign up for reminders about our upcoming episodes. Just search Mandolin Secrets Podcast on your favorite podcast platform and subscribe to get updates when we release a new episode.
Thanks. And I also want to take the moment to actually let the listeners know that we've been celebrating a 5-year anniversary inside Mandolin Secrets Academy. Yeah, I mean the membership has been going on for 5 years now. I can't actually believe how fast time flies, because it doesn't feel like it was that long ago, actually.
It's crazy, Magnus. No joke, man. As soon as you said that, I had this distinct memory. I was sitting on my porch in Grand Rapids, Michigan. You know, I live in Columbus now. I moved back. So I was sitting on the porch of my house in Grand Rapids, Michigan, floating through Facebook, and I saw your feed come up, and I was like, oh, Magnus opened an academy online. That's pretty sweet. That dude's got a website now. I remember the exact moment that happened.
Wow.
I hit subscribe and follow and everything. I was like, I got to keep up with that, man. See what this guy gets up to.
Yeah, that's cool. And that is actually a year or 2 years before you got more involved in the Mandolin Secrets community and all that.
Exactly.
But even that has been going on for probably 4 years now.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
Yep.
Yeah. But yes, and just quickly, because I'm so I guess proud is the best word I can say for this. Because I asked some of the players in the community, can you mention one thing that Mandolin Secrets Academy has done for you? And well, we know what it's done for me and for Hayes and all that, but it was also so touching to hear about things. Patrick says, I truly taught me the neck, he says. It has expanded my knowledge more than I ever hoped. Elliot says, the fretboard doesn't intimidate me anymore. I love that.
That's great.
And Ian, this one is good. It made me some good friends.
Oh, yes,
yeah.
Of course. I mean, that's one of the main things that I came out with, right? Yeah, that's such a good community.
Well, Karen also has, the Mandolin Secrets Academy membership has been wonderful. The community of missions are very helpful and friendly. I love the variety of music genres and all that. I'm not reading the entire comments here, but Dale says, just one ? Okay, it has started me playing Nordic musics, which I had long admired.
Yeah.
I like that. Margaret says, it helped me understanding chord shapes, relationships on the fingerboard, as well as harmonies, things like that. Well, I could go on, but also this is like a shout out for all the good people inside this community. I'm very grateful for every one of you.
Yeah, same, man. It's been such a great community to get plugged into, so I echo all of their sentiments.
Cool. So when we also ask the community, do you mostly play by tabs or notation or by ear? Let's see. There is a phone ring. I gotta turn that one off, and I should put this into do not disturb. Yes. I'm just throwing it to you, Hayes. How would you answer that question for yourself?
Yeah, I would answer it much differently today than I would at the beginning of my guitar playing career. That's for sure. But I would say when I first started getting, going on guitar and bluegrass guitar, it was pretty much all tabs. Like it was kind of like if I didn't have a piece of music, I would have had no idea how to even figure something out by ear. I had no framework for that. But this day, I've almost gone completely the opposite way. I rarely use tabs for my own personal kind of learning. I'll use sheet music and notation, say if I'm like reading at a jazz gig and like just want to catch the head without having to learn it. But mostly ear training these days. That's kind of where I am. I saw the value of that after graduate school and realized that if you make the upfront investment for ear training, that it was actually quicker for me to absorb and learn things by ear after I gained that skill set.
Yes, and I think I also been relying a lot from ear playing and learning that way, especially with my background in traditional folk music. We almost almost learn from ear, from records, from other players, from courses where we're coming to a sort of a camp or a class, and they don't even hand you any written music. You're supposed to listen, follow your best. Maybe you bring a little recorder. You can capture it and go home and study it. So, but also, I was fortunate to learn to read music at a young age. I started playing trumpet when I was 8 years old, and I don't think I learned that much from my young trumpet adventure. I played for 2 years or so, but the one thing that I'm really still very grateful for is I learned to read music. Thank you so much for watching this highlight video. If you want to watch the entire episode, you can do it inside Mandolin Secrets Academy. Or you can also go to your favorite podcast platform and listen to an audio version of this podcast episode. You can also go to our website to listen to the podcast. The web address is mandolinsecrets.com/podcast. And always remember, be a music maker.